Go.
Hello and welcome, Milwaukee, to Hypocritical, your outlet to listen to us rant and rave about things really in the end don't matter. And Alexa, I didn't have my notes. We don't have our opening. That's the best I could do.
That's fine. We're good. Short and sweet.
So HalfBlood, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing? Yay!
Hey,
so I just want to point out,
Monkey's
in a food coma from Thanksgiving. How about you?
Yes. Yeah, well, you know, it's always, oh, you got to eat here. Then we have other families. You got to go eat there. My kids are doing it. Come the night before. Come, my grandma and grandpa. Yeah. Grandma and grandpa cooked 2 baked turkeys, and we all left. You know, we so it's like, you know, we ate a little like we had to eat, and then everybody's off to another meal. You know, it's just.
Oh, jeez. When do you guys like time it? It's like, okay, you guys get 15 minutes. We're out of here.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like that. I mean, it's just the time of life we are in the life. My kids are in that thing where they've got boyfriends and the ones at school, and I got to roll her around and get her to her, you know, her mom, you know, and it's just, there's just all these plates always up in the air, and you try to, you know, spread yourself over everybody over 2 days, you know.
Right.
You know?
Well, for us, we went to Roger's mom and brought her some shrimp dinner because that's what she wanted.
Ooh.
She's in independent living, so we brought her that, and then on Thursday we had Rhiannon and Brandon over for vegan Thanksgiving. It was delicious. We had lots of leftovers, and
yes, lots of leftovers in a vegan. That's the way it is.
No, everybody always has lots of leftovers. I just made too much food.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. So we are in the holiday spirit. So have you ever gone to the gingerbread house display at Milwaukee Public Market?
No, I have not. Nope.
It's really cool. It's a free event. I go every year, so we're going to go this weekend. I've told a couple of people about it, so I'm telling all of our lovely listeners about it. It's at Milwaukee Public Market. It's upstairs. I would go on the website because there's some dates that like they have events, so they don't want you up there because they do like wedding receptions and whatnot.
Build your own gingerbread house.
It's not a build your own. This is put on by the MATC Culinary School, and so they have all these awesome interpretations of the holidays in gingerbread, and some of them are not houses or they haven't been in the past, so we'll see this weekend. We're going to go take a look. Of course, then there's all the wonderful things you can shop at the Milwaukee Public Market. If you have Milwaukee gifts you want to send to somebody, they got the Milwaukee vendor, there's Green Kitchen, there's Aladdin, there's Cares Candies, there's C. Adams Bakery, there's Thief Wine. So there's a lot of good things for a lot of people. And supermarket.
But I'm saying, it says right here on your website thing, build your own gingerbread house on 12/18, 9 a.m., $20.
Oh, okay. So, oh, cool. So on the 18th, they're doing a build your own. Okay, because I'm just talking about the display.
Yeah, you're talking about display.
I'm talking about the display.
I listened to you. I went to the website, Alexa.
Maybe I should have read the website better, but yeah. So how about you? You got anything you're doing this weekend?
No, actually, I ended up looking at my girlfriend and I. We were like, do we have anything going on this weekend? No. So what I did see, the American Surplus store, that big store. You've ever been there? They've got like some big sale going on this weekend.
Have I been there?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Have I been there? Did you really just ask me if I've ever been to American Surplus and Supply that I've been going to since I was probably about 9 or 10 years old when they were still on Layton Avenue? Right, come on.
Right. Okay, I get to tell you about something that you cut your teeth on, right? Yeah, my daughter turned me on to it, my daughter Drew. So, yeah, there's a sale going on there this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm gonna meet her down there, and we're gonna look at all the cool stuff and look at actuators and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so if you love that kind of stuff and you love also nerdy stuff, right next door is Lost World of Wonders. One of the places I get all my fun little nerdy things from. They've got comic books, they've got Gundams, they've got
the same strip
figurines.
Mall? The same strip mall?
Same place, yeah. And then there's like an antique shop at the end. So that's going to be a fun weekend for you guys. Go into Lost World of Wonders. Say hi to Boo the kitty, and because they have a shop cat, and enjoy.
Awesome, good, fantastic.
So speaking of wonders, I did go to see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them,
I as well.
Did you? Okay, so what were you thinking of it? What was your take?
I know there'll be two more. So again, we had an origin story. Again, I'm not going to be a spoiler for the reveal on the end. That kind of dropped my jaw. The very last scene. Where,
Oh, did it really?
I've been, you know me. I try to do blackouts on movies I like, so I
That
didn't
is
know
true.
that was happening. But again, it's Harry Potter. It's kind of like the people I was with, kind of like were a bit confused and torn because they talked Harry Potter, but it wasn't Harry Potter. So they were, and I'm like, well, no, they were just trying to tie it in. It's a prequel, whatever. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. They had a lot. The visuals were fantastic.
I think actually the CGI was much better than any of the Harry Potter movies. I think Eddie Redmayne did a great job as Newt. The
He
only
looked
thing,
like a Doctor Who character to me, though.
yeah, a little bit. But the thing I would like to see him do is stop playing kind of like these shy, reserved
Looking down.
characters that have these other things they do.
Now he'll probably grow a spine as the movie franchise goes on.
He probably will. I think they've got 5 movies planned.
Oh my God!
What I really enjoyed though was how well that universe meshed with the time period of the 20s and the 30s. It really did mesh really well. So I was really happy with the set design.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah. But we got a bunch of movies coming up, and what are you looking forward to in the next month?
Oh, Rogue One. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Rogue One.
About it. Yeah. Now, hey, this was kind of cool. If you talk about movies, I've been kind of movie starved for a little bit. I had the free movie weekend from AT&T, so I was DVRing everything I could. Re-got the Lebowski and stuff, but I got Ant-Man on there. I'm gonna finally watch that.
You haven't seen Ant-Man? Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
Exactly. The Westworld, they had like 8 of the Westworld, so I'm gonna kind of look at those and tell you what those are like. I don't know if you've seen those, the new Westworld series.
I have not. I have HBO. I should watch it, but there's only so much time I have. So.
And then there's the last movie in the Divergent series, Allegiant or whatever they go. So I'm gonna watch that, and of course, I know it's YA. I know it's my YA side. Okay, and then there's Deadpool. Of course, I got again, so I'm watching that sucker again.
Yay, Deadpool! So I need some comedy because it's been a little rough year for our family. So I'm looking forward to Office Christmas Party. That's going to open on the 9th. Rogue One is opening on the 16th. I am totally stoked to see what they do with that. They did like walk it back and reshoot some stuff and alter the story a little bit. So that has me concerned because usually when they do that, it usually means
the vision that they had has now been changed. Yeah,
it usually means there's a problem with the production, but the fact that they put it as a December release has me, kind of hopeful. But then Assassin's Creed, because I love Michael. I love me some Michael Fassbender, man.
Yeah.
And it's based on the game series, and sometimes gamey movies are meh. But I'm hoping it's good. I'm really hoping it's good. So I guess we'll see.
Hey, and I do want to, before we leave out of here, what you're watching, we got just a couple more minutes. I do want to run this by because right now I'm going to start a 4-story arc with Supergirl, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, and Arrow. So I had to line up all those shows for me to get all of them. Now, so crossovers, hip or critical? Go.
I like crossovers. I think it's fun to cross the universes over, and I like it. It's kind of fun to see those characters pop up, even if they're just a cameo.
Right, exactly. I agree with you. I enjoy them as well. I enjoy them, but it's like when they do the CSI ones and with the New York NYPDs, and I'm not really hip on that. That feels gimmicky to me. But these, feel more like they all are in the same universe. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm the geek side of it all.
Yeah, and believe me, that's why you need to go into Lost World of Wonders too. So, but what you're talking about, taking that AT&T free and DVRing it. Let's talk about cord cutting a little bit. I'm going to be building my box after the first of the year. I've got a few things. We'll talk about what I'm going to be purchasing on another episode. But DirecTV Now, which was a spinoff of AT&T, speaking of AT&T, is another standalone streaming service. I think they're pricing at about $40. Again, cutting into the cable. So that's something that, you know, people should take a look at, because now you've got that, you've got the Sling, you've got, you know, Hulu, Netflix, all of that. And the thing that's going to happen is if you have too much a la carte, it could stack up and be as expensive as cable. And at the end of the day, cable's, you know, convenient and easy. So we have to be careful with that. The other thing I want to tell people about that I think is super cool is now Netflix is allowing you to do some offline viewing, and then, you know, for your smartphone and your tablet.
So you can like download the stuff and watch it later.
Yeah, which I think is really awesome. Now, I haven't really looked into it real far to see, you know, once you download it, how long it'll be, you know, available to you or whatnot. But I just think that's really cool. What are you thinking about some of those services? Are they something you're going to be interested in?
Yeah, that's something I don't do yet. That's not who I am. I mean, if it, you know, I haven't gone that direction yet. I get it on my DVR. I mean, I don't really watch if I watch something on TV, it's off of YouTube, you know, on my device or something. I'll never put a movie on a tablet to watch it later. Typically, if you have your tablet or my phone, there's Wi-Fi to pick up where you're at or not. You know, I'm just not one of those guys that watches movies on the go, I guess.
That's, you know, I'm not either, but I think it's going to be good for people who have kids who, you know, you've got, you know, let's say you're taking, you know, one child to soccer practice and the other one has to sit there. You know, it's definitely going to be a lot easier to entertain that child instead of having, you know, oh, here you've got a Game Boy or something. You can let them watch a movie on the phone or on the tablet.
Babysitter, really cool. Yeah, let's bring them with us.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how nowadays it is. I mean, we didn't have that growing up. I mean, it was either the TV or nothing, or you brought a book or
three channels plus UHF if you got it, you know.
Yeah, but you couldn't take it with you. So speaking of internet stuff, we have a new, I guess, a law that they're going to protect online posting of negative reviews. Now, I'm all for free speech, but do you think that this could open up the door to trolls or people who are like brigading to, you know, maybe if they got somebody who they got a beef with, you know, kind of give them negative information on their businesses?
You know, this is always one of those two-sided swords. You know, I mean, again, they've just recently done a lot of changes with the review system and Amazon and things like that, because, again, sometimes you go there and all the reviews are for people who have free product. You know, a review from somebody who had a free product, and there's people who actually get paid to make reviews. You know, so they have to weed these things out. Now they're only going to let you do a certain amount. Now, I know what you're talking about. Now, there's always a way that you need to talk about it, talk about people. But, you know, I guess like anything, you have to address it. Yeah, you know, you can fight fire with fire then, apparently, if we want to do it that way. But, yeah, I mean, you have to be able to, there are some people that will take, you know, say you can't make that review. You know, they charged them extra on their card. They had a bad review of a hotel. And the hotel had written in there, if you give us a bad review, we can charge you an extra $30. It's right in their like contract.
Yeah, and see that to me, that's bullshit.
Right.
I mean, you know, plain and simple, it is bullshit. I mean, you know, if you want to take care of your customers, have a clear-cut customer service, you know, pipeline, you know, because a lot of people, they don't get satisfaction until they post a negative review, and then, you know, maybe they get into some kind of, you know, flame war on you know, on Yelp or something, which just seems, you know, just ridiculous and a waste of time to me. But then there's other people who take it really, really seriously. Now, I'm all for freedom of speech, but I think we have to have something in place also where if something didn't happen, like let's say, you know, you and I, you know, have a big fight and you open up a restaurant and I'm like, oh, I hate Dave. I'm going to start posting negative stuff and start brigading and having other people post negative stuff that isn't even true. There needs to be something where that can be walked back, where that can be reviewed. And so, you know, I don't know, you know, because the internet is the wild, wild west. I don't know.
Right, but you should be able to do some sort of restraining order on someone if they're hassling you.
Yeah, well, you know, and you know, online, you know, bullying happens, and you know, this is a form that could happen. So, you know, I'm like you. I'm kind of like, it is a double-edged sword. It's freedom of speech. People should be able to say what they want, but I also think there should be, you know, some processes in place that if you're a business who's having, you know, kind of an internet assassination happen, you know, through a brigading process, we need to have a review of that and, you know, maybe have a verification. But, you know, the internet's supposed to be kind of like, you know, anonymous and kind of give us some, you know, I don't know, some freedom. And it's kind of hard to. I mean, you can see like.
But like anything, what it comes down to is if you have 10 people that love your place and one crazy lady people about, you know, that's how you do it. You know, crazy should know crazy. And at least I thought the United States knew crazy until November 2nd. But I guess you're right.
Well, you know, but see, that's where the brigading comes in. It's like you get a bunch of people on a forum and you can say, hey, you know, can you guys all, you know, put a negative review? That's what happened, you know, to that one bakery who wouldn't serve, you know, make a cake for the gay couple. And they basically got brigaded, which you know, that doesn't give me a useful review. And so, you know, going forward, you know, and I don't think what that bakery did was right.
But that's the same thing as, I mean, it's a new version of picketing, right? I mean, if you really had a bad service, you've gone by places, dealerships, and somebody's got their car out there, this place sold me a lemon. You know, this is just a new version of that. If you have an actual beef with the place, you're right. But if you have nothing, if someone's just saying, I heard this place was bad, my friend went to it, you know what I mean? You're right. That shouldn't hold any credence on anything. But
yeah. Again, you know, I guess, you know, your point about the picketing is really good, because it's like you could have a whole bunch of people who would come out there and hold a sign, but you know, it's a hell of a lot easier to get behind your keyboard and post something negative. So
exactly.
Yeah. As long as it's true. I mean, as long as, you know, you're talking about things that you know, I'm not going to this place because, you know, that's fine. But if, you know, don't post that they have bad cupcakes if their cupcakes are the most awesome in the city.
You know, they're all the cats in that area are missing. You know, don't try to veal. You know, I mean, don't do stuff like that. You know.
Right.
You know, I mean, like, you know, see your cat, go away.
Yep. So,
all right.
Yeah. So you had.
I had my little thing here, and again,
yeah, I saw that.
I'm going to get just as many people being mad at me for bringing it up as I think I should still bring it up. All right. Because at the end, it's about whatever it's about, all right? This is how the posts go. And these are cut and paste posts, all right? Well, y'all, I'm going to say bye-bye to some of you. Now, I'm watching the ones who have time to read this post to the end. This is a little test. Just sharing. If you've read everything, select like so I can put a thank you in your profile. I know 97% of you won't broadcast this, but my friends will be the other 3. Please, in honor of someone who died or is fighting cancer, even had cancer, copy and paste, write done in the comments. Because that way you can prove you read the whole thing if you do the done. If you just like, then that's like a fake one that you just went, oh, there's something about blah, blah, blah. Oh, I like it. Here's my problem with it, okay? I have no problem with people saying talk to people, you know, share a thought for people who've lost cancer, put a candle out there. But when you start, well, y'all, I'm going to say bye-bye to some of you. Okay, does that mean that if I don't comment on this and like it and say done, that you are going to disown me as a result? Why is the militant version of these needed to get cut and paste? People, if you're going to do this, don't threaten people. Don't start with a threat on something that's supposed to be nice.
It's the laziest version of trolling. That's what it is. It's just a very lazy version of trolling. And you know what? I agree with you. I hate those things. And I haven't been on Facebook for all this time. But now I am on Facebook because, you know, we're doing this. And I've got a lot of friends, you know, and whatnot. Do you know how many people I'm friends with, but I've unfollowed because they post so much drivel? It's not funny. I mean, it happens. So those are the people you unfollow. So if they post that, you know to say bye-bye and unfollow them.
Well, it's too much fodder. Then I wouldn't be able to talk about it here now.
Well, there is that. There is that.
Well, right now I'm on a tit for tat with a guy because Trump said he made this deal to save Carrier. You know, I made a deal. I made a deal with them. They're going to stay. You know, I made a deal. The guy's not president. What kind of deal can you be making? First of all, his deal, his promise was to that anybody that left, tariffs on your stuff, and that's how we're going to get our money. So now how did he's not going to penalize these guys. Oh, it sounds like I'll bet there's incentives for him now. And that's everybody's like, hey, look at he kept the company. I said, at what cost?
Dave,
he did a deal.
He's not president yet. Settle down.
He's already doing this. And he's already doing this. Look at this. He's already working backdoor deals before he's even in the door.
Well, that gives you a really good idea of what his presidency is going to be like. So there you go.
You were all happy because of the tit, but we don't know what the tat was. All right, there's a tit for tat here. We know what the tit was.
Hey, no tits on this show. This is a family show.
Yeah, I got a tat I can show you too.
Okay, well, tats are okay as long as they're in a safe place.
All right.
So anyway, let's talk about internet stupidity and whatnot. You know, going from internet stupidity to real life stupidity. Did you see the story about the Cudahy man who started his work on fire?
Hey, I'm right there with him.
Really? You would do the same thing. So this guy was eating something and there was a spider. He decided to burn down the spider and burn down the business. I think that should have happened in Florida, but no, it happened in Cudahy.
I mean, if you ever seen one of those hunter spiders from Australia, man, and they just live with those things. They're the size of your hand. You know, oh, there's one of those things again, you know.
Do you know I love spiders and even named a former business after spiders. So I am a spider person. Rhiannon brought me home this Camel spider, I think they were, from Oman. It was a mounted one. But it was, the spider was like literally like the size of a dinner plate with the legs. It was super cool. I was so happy.
Oh, no, I used to fish under bridges, man. And those things, I swear, were the size of my head underneath there. You know, I mean, I was smaller. They were probably not, you know, bigger than to me. But, oh, my gosh, under the bridge spiders, I just – and then you see something I watch like arachnophobia. That, you know.
Well, one place I think there might be spiders, but we probably don't see them too often, is the domes. And they came out with a top list of MoKE attractions, and the domes weren't on it. I mean, do you think the domes are still relevant? I mean, with the problems and everything we're having, what's your take on that?
Well, I think, you know, it's like, you know, you don't want to be at a place for people to come and see it because you don't know how it's going to be when they get here. And you don't want to have, you know, everybody coming into Milwaukee and going up to the domes and all of a sudden, oh, sorry, folks, the park's closed.
But I mean, seriously, you know, the domes are such a piece of Milwaukee and such a part of our landscape and our skyline, you know, from certain angles. And it is really interesting because I've always loved the domes, but they're not a place that, you know, everybody goes, oh yeah, we got to go to the domes unless you've got a wedding or it's a holiday. I don't know, is it a top destination anymore? I mean, is it something that you would bring a visitor to?
I think it's something you need to see. I think it's something unique again, but you know, again, I like going to all the parks. I mean, there's the one in Minnesota that that has the big cherry in the spoon. You know, there's some some indoor stuff they have there as well. And again, I love all of it, but again, it isn't something you go once a month to. You know what I mean? It's not. You know, I mean, yeah. Sometimes they have a band thing there. That's cool. You know, they have the train thing. That was cool. You know, I mean, so that's why I go. Not because, hey, let's go see the corpse plant in bloom. That's going to happen every once in a while. You know, so.
Yeah, I guess, you know, and my thought was, you know, we've got the Harley Museum down. We've got the Calatrava edition of Milwaukee Art Museum. There's more interesting things for people to do. Of course, there's always all the festivals. So I love the park system, and I'm a huge advocate for it. But, you know, I think we need to make the domes relevant again if we're going to, you know, preserve them, you know, one way or another. So that's kind of my take on it. I want to see them, you know, stay there. But
the big part, what you're really saying is that right now it appears the rug is being lifted up, and we're getting swept under a little bit. And it's more we should be thinking about bringing it out more in the open. Let's talk about it more. Let's do something better about this.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe that's just me and my reminiscing because I'm getting old. But yeah. So I don't know if you read this article. It was in Tech Dirt and a couple other places about the DOJ is going to be able to basically have like an open warrant to snoop into computers. So did you read that article?
No, this was a new one on me.
Yeah, so basically, I think it's December 1st, so it might be tomorrow, that there's this law that's been amended, and it's kind of like if they get a warrant, they'll be able to snoop into anybody's computers. Now, the biggest problem with that is you might be thinking, well, that I don't do anything wrong, that old argument. I got nothing to hide. I don't really care.
Yeah, NSA, go ahead, listen to all my calls. Go right ahead.
That's not the point, because people sometimes will use like a VPN, which is basically anonymizing your surfing of the internet. And they may do it for a variety of reasons. They might be at a coffee shop with their laptop, and they don't want to use the Wi-Fi there. They may use their own and use a VPN, so they're anonymized, so they don't get hacked, and get credit card information stolen. They could be using it because they're researching some things for school that they don't really want other people to know about,
Right.
Research. There's journalism reasons to use a VPN. There's, to anonymize a lot of things. And what this does is it kind of opens it up that if you're anonymizing your internet use, you're kind of tagged as a terrorist.
Why would anybody want to hide that?
Yeah, so that's kind of like what it is. It's like, why would it's the reason why Aaron Rodgers went under the tent to pull his pants down and get taped up, because he didn't want anybody else seeing it.
Right, but this is the guilty until proven innocent society.
Yes, yeah. So I have a concern for that. I think other people should kind of take a look at it. It's called Rule 41, and take a look at that and probably see whether you want to pursue, some action with legislators and stuff like that, because it's one of those things that's important to net neutrality. It's important to our privacy. I mean, we do have the right to privacy in the Constitution, and to me, it kind of breaks the Constitution a little bit too. So, that's my thought on that. Now, I know you're surfing the internet randomly and anonymously all the time, right?
Yeah, you got only for my computer. That's the best joke in the world. It's still there. The guy's dying, and he goes, yeah, clear my browser.
I know, that is like such a meme. That's so funny. So I know you had a little rant and I had a little rant. Do you want to go first with your buffet thing?
Well, we were already at 28 minutes, so we really should, we'll top this down and we'll go do that. We'll do a quick side rant. We'll shut this one down. We'll do a side rant. We can put that up then.
Well, I'm going to do my quick gift giving rant because it's not very long at all. So this is a real quick rant. Every year people will ask you, what do you want for Christmas? And to me, I give them the same answer every year, which is really, it's kind of flip, but it's also not. I always say I want peace on earth, goodwill towards men.
World peace.
World peace, peace and love. Yeah, it's a hippie answer, but honestly,
and the beauty queen answer, world peace.
Well, it's not a beauty queen answer, but here's the thing. To me, it's like, if you don't know me well enough to know what to get me, don't get me anything.
Don't get me anything.
If you know me well enough, you know that making a donation, say to the Humane Society in my name, or something to that effect, one of the charities that are in Milwaukee that serves the hungry, or a rescue or something, that would make me so happy.
I put $10 in a red kettle for you. Hey, all right.
Don't put it in a red kettle, and that's a different rant. But yeah, I mean, there's places that you can definitely, Hunger Task Force, places like that you can donate to in my name. But if you have to ask me, don't get me anything, because that means you don't know me very well, or you don't want to take the time, and I know that, it's all in the thought, and the thought that counts. But, at the end of the day, know who you are, who you're gifting to, and the reasons why you're gifting to them. If you're gifting to them because you're obligated, just get them a damn gift card to Target. Seriously.
I don't do that. I'm one of those guys. I will not, because I'm still true, like you're saying. I try to pay attention. I try to do all year. If I hear something from someone, I'll find it online, and I'll put a little save the page or something, so that 6 months later I can come, hey, this is what I had in mind for. I actually have my Christmas shopping done. So
you rock. You are the best. Because like
girls, mom, dad, you know, we're good. We're good.
Well, and one of the things I do if I don't know what to get somebody something, you know, like let's say I'm doing like a gift exchange that I'm not, you know, wasn't something that, you know, I had on my radar, and it's like, oh, well, we're going to draw names for this like at work or something. I'll make something handmade, whether, you know, I know they like chocolate chip cookies, or, you know, maybe they're diabetic and they don't want that. You get them some nuts, or, you know, something that they can eat. And so I always, you know, do probably a handmade gift, whether it's food or, and I'm a seamstress, so I can make some cool things. I've made pillows for people, just little keepsakes or ornaments. You know, handmade is great too. So if, you know, and if you're from Milwaukee and you're doing, you know, shopping for somebody who's out of town, get them something from Milwaukee, get them some beer, get them some, you know, some cool cheese or something. And I'm vegan, and I'm telling you to go buy cheese if somebody enjoys cheese, because it's about making the person happy. So please do that. Please be thoughtful in your gift giving this year. And if somebody tells you, I don't know what I want, you know, always consider, you know, doing a charitable gift in their name, because they should appreciate it. And, you know, it's a good thing, and it helps everybody out rather than just wasting your money.
Good thought.
So that's my rant. So did you have any happenings you saw coming up that you want to talk about?
No, actually, I mean, you had all the good stuff. I told you about what I've got this weekend with the thing, but no, I didn't get a chance to look ahead. You had some good stuff.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the holiday train, that's the Canadian Pacific Railway, that's going to be stopping in Wauwatosa on December 6th at 4:45. We'll put that link up on our Facebook page. That's really a fun event for you know, people who don't have a ton of money, but, you know, want to get in the Christmas spirit. And considering the weather has been so good, I'm sure it's probably going to be halfway decent. Also, there's always that Country Springs Christmas that everybody goes to. They do charge per carload. If you check out their website and their links, I think they have their discounted days. So you can drive through that. We've done it. It's fun. It's not... I think it's a little dated. I wish they would update it a little bit.
It's not all that in a bag of cheese, but it's still nice if it snowed. Sometimes it's been like this where it's wet and it's still, you know, dirty, and it's like, no, you need the white though, and the, you know,
you need the snow. Well, and the cool thing about that too is you can go inside, and they've got the trains and stuff, which is really cool if you've got young kids.
I don't know that I wasn't inside last time, but yeah, it's kind of nice. It is. Right now, you're already driving around the city, and you're seeing some people going nuts in their yards, and it's nice because the weather's been nice. They really get it up early, you know, and all that, and do a little more than usual probably.
And one of the things I didn't say, but between, I think it's 92nd and 98th or 99th on Oklahoma is you know, the MAC fund, I think they collect money for the, help me out here, Candy Cane Lane.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right. You're right. That one street that everybody goes down, right.
Oh, not it's one street, it's an entire neighborhood. Everybody going butt nutty.
Neighborhood. Yeah,
so if you're into lights and you don't want to spend a lot of money, that's a good way to go.
We gotta look that one up. We got to remember that. I'm going to type that in, Candy Cane Lane. We're going to look that up put that on the site too. All right.
Yeah, put the Candy Cane Lane on the site. And then I'm also, I'm into yoga. I'm actually a yoga instructor. I think it's second Saturday of the month, the art museum has yoga at the museum. It starts at 8:15. Bring your own mat. $15 suggested donation. If you don't have a ton of money, you know, and you only got $10 in your pocket, do that. Get there early enough so that you can park and get inside, because they do start promptly at 8:15. The two other things I want to mention is a Christmas Carol at the Milwaukee Rep. That's going to be going on through December 24th. Check their site for prices. And then also the Nutcracker, Milwaukee Ballet. It's through December 27th. They also have all of their information on their website. We'll put all that on Facebook. Those are two classics from Milwaukee that have been going on for decades. So if you haven't had a chance to see them and you want to, you know, have some out-of-towners or have something fun to do with you and your wife and, you know, significant other, the little kiddies, those are awesome events to take people to. And there are seats that are reasonably priced. So don't sit there and go, well, I can't go to the theater because I can't afford it. Because, you know, some of them aren't any more expensive than, you know, going to a you know, casual dining restaurant.
Right.
Yeah. So anything else you're going to add?
No. I mean, I know, you know, again, just the holiday and everything's coming up, and just again, everybody be careful. That's what I'd say. We're unfortunately we're a very big drinking state, so please use Uber. Please take a taxi. Please get a designated driver for all the holiday parties coming up. You know, let's make our streets safe for all of us, please. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point. Good point. So yeah, we'll put all those links on Facebook. You can shout out to me at Twitter at HalfBlood. That's Al3xaMKE. Or you can email us at hip.or.critical@gmail.com. I'd like to thank our listeners. Of course, there's the originals, Dave's mom, my neighbor Pat. Hi, guys. Hi, Mom and Pat. And then all our listeners out there, if you tell 2 people and they tell 2 people, we can get internet famous and we can do more cool things for you. So please share everything with others. Check our Facebook page, Hip or Critical. And Dave's doing something weird over there. So yeah, Dave, what you got going on?
It's like 10 new people for 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. 10 new people.
Absolutely, absolutely. So like Dave always says, be good, Milwaukee. High fives and
Milwaukee.
yay. Bye.